till 3, sharing old stories, just them and me. The world's fast asleep, but we're wide awake, sipping on coffee, no plans to break. Time fades away as the night drifts on, lost in the laughter, the dark nearly gone. No need for answers, no reason why, just two souls awake beneath the sky. No rush, just stars and soft street lights, starting or ending, it feels just right. Up late with a friend, the world's at rest, these quiet chats, yeah, they're the best. So here's to late nights, the quiet and deep, with a friend by your side when you should be asleep. In the calm of the night, life feels bright, ending or starting, we're feeling just right. Time fades away as the night drifts on, lost in the laughter, the dark nearly gone. No need for answers, no reason why, just two souls awake beneath the sky. No rush, just stars and soft street lights, starting or ending, it feels just right. Up late with a friend, the world's at rest, these quiet chats, yeah, they're the best. No rush, just stars and soft street lights, starting or ending, it feels just right. Up late with a friend, the world's at rest, these quiet chats, yeah, they're the best. These quiet chats, yeah, they're the best, yeah, they're the best. These quiet chats, yeah, they're the best, the quiet and deep best.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, what, if any, you might be, and welcome back to a Unity stream, formerly known as Baker at Night streams. And yes, the numbers are off because I can never remember how many of these I have made. But it's been a while because I have been burning. I haven't been running like I could run. I've been burning the midnight oil a little too hot. So finally, the rock has come back. Well, maybe the dough, not so rocky. And I just wanted to kind of go over the latest crap out of Massachusetts because I haven't really been able to do much about that. It's been more of a, I wouldn't say it's big news coming out of Massachusetts, really damning, but just something that is interesting. Did I get plenty of rest? Nah, my watch still thinks I'm asleep. 4.5 hours of sleep. You go to bed. Good morning. You were just live. Good morning to you as well. Hey, Denise, and welcome. Feather. Oh, that's a good name. Hey, Miss Lily. Well, I woke up and I saw he was about to end, so I thought, let me give you something if you have to go to work or you live somewhere where there's nothing else to see because no one else in our orbit was kind of awake. When do I sleep? I sleep between 12 and 5, sometimes like that. Rolling in from Turtle Boy for a minute. Well, Scotty, you're welcome. Yeah, I closed my eyes. That must be enough. Hey, Peace Geek. I'm watching you prop your pearls on, snuggle in your bed, cry a bit video in case you want to do a documentary someday. I haven't really touched that Lauren Molly's. I was watching over. I woke up like 20 minutes ago, so I caught the last of it, and I've seen another little bit. I think Will was showing it the other day. How can you be that? I won't do like her husband and try and diagnose people, but how can you sit in bed and make this performance, and at the same time you are watching yourself? I don't know if you ever had. I'm not old enough to have ever done this, but Lefty is, well, we don't know. He's 76, 77 years old. And he used to have a tape recorder where he would go around and say, "Oh, I like Brett Favre the most. He is the greatest football player in history." And then you'll listen back to it and you feel, "Oh, I have a horrible voice." It's kind of the same when you are watching. Uh, Sometimes when you drop into someone's stream and they are restreaming, you're thinking, "Oh man, that Dutch guy, he has a very horrible voice." But this lady is sitting there doing her performance in bed, and it's clearly scripted. I love the part where you can see her husband is getting so tired of filming her, so he moves the camera, and she's sitting there wiping her eyes in the blanket. Don't do that, especially if it's in a hospital bed. All of that mascara is going to ruin the blanket. But she's clearly reading a script, and she's clearly just doing a performance. And then you are sitting with your husband right next to you, and then you tape that, and you're just sitting in the corner doing. It's so fake, and it's so put on, and especially that tonal shift that was in the end where she, "Oh, performance over. I hope none of you are ever stalked, and you will be so, oh, you'll be so worried about it." Come on. You being stalked was people who used to work with you talking bad about you. "Welcome to my world. Won't you let me in?" Have you ever done anything in your life? Do you know how the internet works? I've done videos that kind of shows the dynamic that goes on in these internet things. There will be beef, and you jumped right in the drama pool because drama's good, and you can get all the, "Oh, I feel so sorry for you, girl," and they're good, all those petty views. Apparently her channel has lost 4,000 subscribers since she did that, and that's another thing that you could do a whole video of, because she has, did she have 365,000 subscribers? If she have an average view of 10,000 viewers a day, because I have 20,000 subscribers, I don't get 20,000 viewers a day. I will get 100 to 300. That's depending on what my topic is, whatever interest people have, who have I been talking to. Then I'll have my 5,000 views if I get some really good guests on or something like that. But what you don't want as a creator to lose is your core audience. And people who get annoyed enough of you that they will unsub are people who are invested in your channel. You piss them off. Those are the people that would be sitting there almost every day watching you thinking, "Oh my God, I really like this person." But if 4,000 of those leaves, this is starting to hurt your bottom line, especially if, let's just say, 10% of those, I think the metric to say how many will be uh, subscriber and buying a membership, and how many will go to Patreon. Normally, they'll say 1 to 2% of everyone will buy a membership, buy a Patreon. But these are your core fans. These are the people who watch you, who would be paying extra to do the special Patreon streams, do the special members only streams, do the, "Hey, buy this tier and you can get 10% off merch tiers." And if you lose them and they cancel your membership, that's a lot of dough gone. I think her lowest entry is $5. Let's just say 10% of those 4,000 subs that left was subscribers. That's $2,000 a month that's gone. That's a sizable check. That's more than most creators make in a month. It's her gaming this thing out isn't working. Let's just say it that way. Well, I don't have dry humor. I just don't have humor. Just there at the camera in the middle with the theatrical pause for effect. It's high school levels of acting. And I know most people won't see through it, and you are not allowed to talk about it because she's a woman. And if you ever mention a woman, you're a misogynist, even though I would say the same if it's a man, but that's not how the rules are. You know that. I'm going to start a petition to build mental asylums like we had in the 20s. I think there are streamers who needed to be put away. Well, most of us probably need to be put away because all of us love to do this, sit in a room by ourselves and talk to a screen. And I picture each one of you 84 viewers, and well, we don't have any over on, well, we have one over on Rumble. 88 people, all of you, I picture you naked, but I don't see you in real life. Most of us streamers are introverts and probably not the most stable persons. Just look the last month what's going on the Twitch thread. So we would probably all need some help. Streamers need clickbait titles and thumbnails. We all try to optimize our thumbnails. I'll do the same. I'll try to use big bold. I haven't turned into the thumbnails yet. I hate those, so I'll probably never be that clickbaity like the you wouldn't believe. That's not my style. I take that's a little too, but that's why I'm a shitty grifter. She was at 321,000 and is now 315,000. I know that there has been suggestions put out there that she had bought subs. Bought subs will not go away unless YouTube removes them. But again, that's 6,000. Again, 1% of that, that's $3,000 a month out the window. $3,000 a month is enough for me to fly to America, rent a car, stay there for a week. That's a lot of moolah. That's more than I make. Well, I've had good months, but $3,000, that's a lot of money gone. And that's probably why you will see she will turn up the drama and try and make herself more of a victim. Probably try and have, if she has 1 or 2 creators who like her a lot, she'll try and have them come in and pile on and say how horrible the stalker is. I don't know who the stalker is. I just looked at it from the meta. I don't know what's going on in it, but I can see a drama when I see a drama. Valhalla. Everyone is always start streaming again. Everyone is, hey, where's Valhalla? I said he's collecting sticks. Well, that's the economy of the internet. There will always be drama, and you will see it. It'll always go like this. You will have right now, I would say the Koberger case is done. It never really got going to a level like a Karen Reed case or a Delphi case, where you had built a community where everyone was working together to get the truth out. You'll see the same in the Hales case. Right now, you have an opposition, but when the Hales case, if you don't know it, it started out in Florida, but with a streamer getting into a fight with his neighbor. She is quite the loony. Lawyers got involved. There's a lot of drama. Everyone is covering that stuff every night. There's a whole section of the internet that's just, I hate the Hales. I love the Hales. When there will be some form of conclusion on that one, you will see exactly the same drama in that group that you have seen in the Karen Reed group, because it's not sustainable to talk about something that's not there anymore. The glue is gone. There's no longer a court case that you can sit and laugh at the other side. So you'll have to be the pure Hales channel. Like people right now are the pure Karen Reed channel, the ones who give you what Karen means and not just the grifters who use Karen. You know what I mean? And it'll happen in the hills. It'll be exactly the same thing that's happening. The big dogs will be attacked by the smaller dogs. We saw it in every major online battle since I've watched the trials. Finally got your package from MSpy today from Expert. Well, I didn't get anything. Yes, she was on several programs whining. Yeah, that's how you do it. Well, and Valhalla Carmen sends her love. I don't know if she have sent it to you because you are blocked on every major social media post after you had your breakdown and showed your junk on TwitTwat. So I don't know if she has reached out to you, but she was very appreciative of what you did to her by kicking her ass and saying, "Come on, girl, get what you need, not just get what you want, not what you need." Hey, Laura. It's a true crime personality. She hasn't really been in this circle. It has been more the Idaho 4. She was very pro prosecution, I believe. I don't know her either. I don't know anyone. Very pro prosecutor. And then after it kind of died down and she just jumped on drama. I think true crime is mainly women, mainly drama. What fuels channels like hers, the target audience, if you will, I suppose. Well, it's also my audience. As you can hear Aiden talk about, is it 82%? I think I have 86% female audience because female audience really do like a good crime drama because they are, and I'm going to be heavily generalizing in this one, they are empaths. We men don't have emotion. We have rage and we have horny. That's about the two modes that we will be in. Women can feel other feelings. I know we don't know these feelings exist, but they can sit and watch a trial and they can feel empathy with the victims and the accused. Us men are just, let's just punch them in the face. And that's why, especially true crime has a very large female audience because females like to have this, again, feelings. I've read about it somewhere. Remember, this is my third language. I might need a Webster's dictionary. So a lot of them like to watch this because it is an emotional driven. It's kind of like watching a daytime soap opera. You'll get your highs, you'll get your lows, you'll get to emote about a lot of things. That's why we have a lot of female audiences. It's something that I don't know. I haven't tried it myself. I heard it's nice to have, but I don't know. Hey, Yo-Yo. I saw the Danish US ambassador get Lego. You can't have more Legos. Lego is a brand name. I have to yell about that. I bet he's on Verdict Watch because he looked very, very happy. I think you mean that the Egyptian, or the U.S. ambassador. I haven't, but the Egyptian ambassador was just in Denmark, or the Egyptian prime minister, and our foreign minister gave him the big pyramids of Giza set. That's a pretty cool set. That's the last time I watched that. That it became too much. Plus, all of my friends became involved in that hell's drama, and on both sides of it. So I just stepped away, didn't want to watch it because I don't want to fight with my friends. So that's why I haven't watched any of it. Whenever you have feelings, you have to capture it and push it way down into the pit of your stomach and leave it there. That's the healthy way. If you don't do that, how will you ever get your depression? That's the way. And by the way, nice work on those roast beefs. You know what you... I like the lighting on those pictures. Yeah, but it's also a daytime soap. It's there's a lot going on, and you can switch between me and the recovery addict, or whenever other trials goes on, there will be more stuff out there you can watch. But there's a lot of stuff, and you can go in and say, oh, today I want to watch these idiots down in Texas, and I'm going to follow that. And tomorrow I'll watch this idiot in Anchorage, Alaska. And that's the good thing, because there's always idiots in court. The problem is there has been a new rule. I have spent 3 months to try and get all of this shipped out, because the new rules are anything must be taxed. That was the rule before. For 2 months, I couldn't enter anything into the website to get postage. And when I went to the mail shop, they said, well, we actually don't know how to send it, because everything below $100 must be they must be declared, but we don't know how to declare it. But under $100, it's not to be taxed as long as it's gift. So we don't know what to do. Now they had opened up the website again. I can now put in your zip code. Every time I go to declare what's in it, it'll give me an error message and say, you can't send this. I went back to the post store, and she said, I don't know what to do, because it's a big problem after the tariff from us, you against us and us against you. It's fucked up. I have all of it backed and boarded, and I can't get the posted for it. It'll be there sometimes. All of it will still be within expiration date. I know I owe a lot of you. I have 9 packages right next to me that I try every now I'm going down to I try once a week to punch it in just to get it shipped out, because I don't like not sending my stuff out that I promised. Hey, stupid April, you are always welcome to talk about whatever comes to mind in chat, and chat will most likely go along as long as you have a few rules down. Zack is the worst person on the planet, Sue is mean, and The Lord of the Rings are not a good movie. No, you have all his Lego. You don't have Legos. Oh. Denmark has crazy taxes. No way. Well, actually, I don't have to pay taxes on this because it's gift and it's under $100, but I still have to declare what's in it, and they won't give me the customs report. Every other time I've sent out the stuff, you just write in candy, 250 grams, roughly priced 150 Danish. Boom, boom. Fine, everything will fine. Go down to the post office, print out the labels, put them on. But I can't do the what's in the package now. So I can't ship it because everything must be declared. It's almost like they don't want me to fulfill anything. If Valhalla gets his baked goats online, I will be fine at the wee hours at the night. Well, Valhalla should just he should just sit out in the barn until he gets new baby goats. No, that's a big old problem that we don't know how to do it. And I had no problems doing it before. I was just lazy, so it would take like 2 weeks for me to get everything run down. For 2 months, I couldn't even put in a zip code. Any zip code I put in would tell me doesn't exist. So that was a big old problem. No, but I like to give stuff away, and again, I have some pretty cool stuff that was supposed to be there before Halloween. That's a little annoying, but there's a Halloween again next year. Well, it's my own problem because I gave away presents, but I like to keep my word. No, you have to do it online to fill out these custom forms, and it's just back in the day, I would go in and say, "Hey, I wanted a trackable package, and that cost $12. That's fine." Then I would put in Yo-Yo, She lives in Oregon, and she lives on Melrose Avenue. Boom. Then I would go on to the next page, and it would say, "What are you shipping?" And I would say, "Box of chocolate, mixed, 125 grams, uh, price 130 Danish." And it'll say, "Okay, fine." And I think maybe 1 in 10 packages never arrive, but I've shipped out. I think have like had 5 or 6 giveaways, never a problem. And then all of a sudden this year, I can't get it out. I've had 2 giveaways earlier this year. Everything went out fine, and I think 1 or 2 of them didn't arrive. But I do as best as I can. But now can't ship anything. You are the owner of a whoopee. Get out there and say, "Meh." Yes, let's hope Brandon gets better soon. We miss Brandon. Yeah, it's just annoying. I've when I was in a war zone, I had less problem shipping anything and receiving anything. I didn't want to dox you, but no. Yo-Yo lives in Washington State. She is the founder of Starbucks. It's the same because we are all in a customs union in the EU. Yeah, that's another problem. We haven't gotten there yet, but as long as I can't fill out the, "Hey, this is what I put in my package," it'll never be being sent into another country, and it's just annoying. My daughter works with customs. I'm trying to. I have to go up there Saturday to celebrate my grandson's birthday, and I have to ask her if she knows any workaround. Maybe if I can send it through her company or something. I need to find a workaround because I hate looking at this every day. As you can see, this is why I have my super chats and stuff like that. It's to remind me how lucky I am that people support me. But having this pile of shame next to me, that's worse because I promise people stuff, and I don't like not to keep my promises. Like Valhalla, I said it's going to be the best 5 seconds ever, and he said, "Well, we have to try 4 more times then." Thank you, Spacey Stacy, for gifting 5 memberships to Stupid April, Melee, Terry S, Emotional Lemonade, and Frankie's Fines. Congratulations to all of you, and welcome to the worst channel on the YouTube to be a member of, because you only get emojis and promises that I might sometime figure out how to do a members only stream. So it's false advertising. I have done 1 members only stream. Thank you. No, that's because I hand deliver stuff to you, buddy. I never gotten anything. What Lego did you get the last time? You got did you get the money tree or did you get the calendar? I know I got you something. Yes, that's what we need to do. Well, can't argue that. But that's because of the host. Under promise, overperform. Yes, that's what I should do. In the US, if you go into the post office to send a package, it costs double what you pay by buying the label online, pretty much. That's stupid. But talking about stupid things, someone was trying to send me a t-shirt. I can't remember who it was. They couldn't send me a t-shirt because that was illegal to send. I'm like, I can go online and buy a shirt in America and have it shipped to me, no problem. But they were not allowed to ship me a t-shirt. What's going on? Scotty says, Bacon memberships are worth it somehow, maybe. Thank you for almost 2 years. But yeah, it's worth it because it keeps the lights on and the streams running. Yes, I will fly to Washington at some point. It could be cool if I was rich enough to go to every 52 states. But actually, what we were talking about today, before my ineptitude to follow through, was just a few rundowns of what's been going on in Massachusetts. You probably already saw this. I thought this was so funny with Brian Cox claiming, I don't want to be asked about the Karen Reed case anymore. Or what he said, what I need is to not be asked this question ever again pertaining to anything to do with the police department. My condolences to the O'Keefe family for what they have gone through, because we did lose a department member. But outside of this, outside of that, this has nothing to do with us, and I'm not going to speak on this again. Well, you all remember when we talked about the Laura Molly Smollett, the Laura Mullins thing earlier, where she did this woe me, I am the victim here. Well, she Barbara Streisand the F out of her nope. She Barbara Streisand the F out of her own I'm a victim. And everyone started talking about it. Probably not what she wanted. Mr. Cox, by going out and saying, I don't want to talk about this, everyone's going to talk about this. You're going to get a lot of people talking about this, because we know from the FBI you lied. We know that you had a meeting with Deaver talking about the Karen Reed case that you knew nothing about, even though it involved one of your officers. Come on now. This is why dumb people shouldn't talk to journalists. That's why dumb criminals shouldn't talk to the police, because your big mouth will get you in trouble. And this guy just Barbara Streisand all of this, because everyone will be asking him from now on, why did you lie? We know you're lying. It's just dumb. You didn't see that from Cox. He really is stupid, isn't he? Yes, because it's such an easily provable lie now that we have the emails from the feds writing to him saying, hey, that case we're talking about, it has to do with Deaver. And then Deaver is called to his office the next day and is told to do the right thing. And he never ever talked to her about the Karen Reed case. No, the police commissioner is so impressed with a beat cop who is probably substandard, because I saw her on the stand. I wouldn't trust her with a traffic ticket. But he calls a beat cop to his office and say, hey, Deaver, you're the greatest cop in history. I just wanted you to say, to have a pat on the back and be told you are great. No ulterior motive, nothing to do with an ongoing case where you talk to the feds. Absolutely nothing to do with that. Do the right thing. Is just remember to never touch the lines when you walk down the sidewalk. That's doing the right thing. Especially when we know that he cleaned his schedule out, and the day after he emergencied in a couple of hours to talk with Deaver, because that's what a police commissioner in one of the biggest towns in America would do, just to tell her, girl, you great girl, you are my favorite. Talking about my favorite, MC Cussy G, the man with the impeachments himself. Oh, today, well, for you tomorrow maybe, but today Aiden is back in New Jersey, I believe, or at least his case are back in New Jersey. We won't be able to cover it, but let's hope that more good things come, because again, all of these idiots who keep suing him, it gotta stop. Hey, Miss Jessica. His face even looks guilty. That dumb smirk when he's talking. Yeah, and you can just tell he is full of it. And Why lie on something that's easily provable to be a lie? That's you can't be this dumb when you have this amount of power. That's it just doesn't make sense. But apparently you can, because in Massachusetts you have no accountability. Well, did you know Sergeant Goody was placed on vacation? Oh, no, not vacation, paid leave. Oh my God, you're sending me home with full pay? Let me guess, things I would rather do. Yeah, that's hard. Well, he's going to be disciplined. Yeah, will he? We know what discipline looks like in Massachusetts. The only guy so far who has faced any music is Michael Proctor. I hope Sergeant Goody will be fired as well, lose his pension because he hasn't got enough time on the record to get his pension. But again, why is it taking so long? Why do they have to get into Michael Proctor's phone? Michael Proctor did send those text messages to someone, and if Goody knew about it, Bukaki, because we haven't heard that him and Goody was that close. But if he is getting all of the saucy messages, so is Bukaki. It's kind of like that one girl who sent you those photos. She's not just sending them to that. Or for you ladies, all the unsolicited D pics that you get, you cast a wide net. You don't just do it to one person. There will be more officers, and there will be officers that's way closer and in way more power than Goody. Because as I understood it, Goody was just a kind of low tier officer. Where the charges against Bukaki? Oh, I didn't read it. I just sent a smiley. Where are the charges against Fanning? When are we going to see Trooper DiCicco go on vacation? It's not one bad apple. And why are they doing it one by one by one? Why aren't they doing a big internal investigation? If you got what has been alluded to, we don't know because no one knows so far, other than kind of what Rosemary Scapiccio has alluded to. But let's say you have hundreds and thousands of videos, text, and voicemails, whatever, where you are using a very colorful language, where you're sending pictures of victims, where you're sending information about victims around in the police department. Why only go for Sergeant Goody? Why don't you just burn the house down and start a big old internal investigation? Probably because that house can never be built again. You will lose so many mid to high level officers because this is a culture that everyone has accepted happens in Massachusetts. And it's not just in Canton, it's not just the MSP. We see it. We had this one breaking too with the hundreds of Massachusetts state police vehicles are equipped with GPS, but are troopers abusing them. 25 investigate. This is the story about how they installed GPS trackers in all the vehicles. They're just calling their superior and say, hey, can I turn it off because I have sensitive matters? Kind of like when they went to the Cape to investigate that 43-year-old cold case and talk to witnesses. And that's why you had to turn the GPS track off. Is that another one of those, kind of like they had the overtime scandal? Is that another thing? Now we can't have the overtime scandal like we had before, but the culture is the same. So now we are just turning off our GPS tracker, going out to eat, going to the Cape, drinking some beers, getting so fucked up that we lose our gun and badge, and we'll claim, hey, I had to switch off the GPS, but trust me, bro, that product you put in my car to make sure I didn't cheat on my overtime. No, I had to turn it off because this 43-year-old cold case was getting really hot. I had to talk to someone. It was impossible for me to, because in a 43-year-old cold case, the witnesses are in danger. So we have to protect them. It's absolutely cray-cray. Donna Eubeck, I've been up since 2:30. I hate not being able to sleep. I have work at 9. I don't know where you are, but get to bed. That's just it, Baker. They won't think anyone will ever verify their claim. But that's the problem. Yeah, paid vacation. Oh, no, don't send me. Especially now where the kids are back in school and stuff like that. You can lay around in your underwear all day and you can do those Google searches you can't make when your wife is home. And yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. I have to go try to sleep. I think of baby goats while playing. Get to bed, yo-yo, and see you later. Plausible verb probable. Probable. The pigs will be found wallowing in mud. They aren't all dirty, I hope. Well, again, when you have your pyramid and all of the top layers are dirty, shit will fall downwards. When you come in as an entry-level cop and you are good, you're pure, you want to do it for all the right reason, yes, you'll probably be good. But then you get to ride along with Sergeant Johnson. Sergeant Johnson will then tell you, hey, buddy, if you ever need a nap, if you drive down here behind this 7-Eleven, we can just park back here and you can sit and sleep for a couple of hours. No one will notice. Just keep the radio on so you can hear if anything happens. Oh, well, I need a nap sometimes, you know. And then you get the trust of Sergeant Johnson because you do the nap trick as well. And then he tells you, you ever need a little extra cassiola? If you talk to this shift supervisor, just tell them I need to go to the Cape. Can I turn my GPS off? And they'll say yes. Or I need to go to Foxwood, and they'll say yes. And then you just go home and you'll file out the paper. Don't put more than 2 hours on the schedule or 4 hours or something like that. And you'll get a little extra. And you're thinking, I could use a little extra. And all of a sudden, even though you started pure, they have you. Because who couldn't use a little extra money? Who couldn't use a little, hey, I can sleep a little bit on the job. It's boring to ride cars all the time. Because it's the culture. Everyone's doing it. So the new guys are being taught this is the culture we have in this workspace. And that's why I don't trust anyone. That's why they have such a high turnover rate, I believe, in Massachusetts, with new cops coming in, leaving. Yes, some of them is because they don't like getting punched in the face when they have to apprehend someone. But I bet a lot of the good cops are seeing what's going on and they can't live with what's going on. It's kind of like what's that? American Gangster with that special unit of uncorruptible cops. All the other cops hate them. They won't treat them fair. So of course they leave. Well, welcome in. GPS goes off when the hooker and blows gets going. I still want, because I think that's a big thing. Oh, Miss Jessica, wake up. Someone is asking you questions. No, not Untouchables. American Gangster, where they have this special unit that doesn't take the drug money and stuff like that. But I still want that because of the Sandra Birchmore. I would love to figure out how many of, especially the very young cross recruits that have been giving the police officers their get out of free card. I bet you, with what we have seen from this rotten culture, and with the exception from this system, the DA's office is way in on this. How many, especially because we saw how many of these a-holes came sniffing around Sandra Birchmore when they had access to some underage. Oh, by the way, did you see Divine? Well, she was coming on to me. She was trying to get me to do stuff to her. I'm the victim here. She was an underage kid. When you see a 15-year-old girl walking around, the only thought you have in your head is, I bet she would like some cake. You don't think, I bet she would like some. Him sitting there whining and, oh, I'm the victim here. She was egging me on. She was trying to make me do bad stuff. You were a hoback who was sleeping around, just like the rest of them. And you're sitting there playing pure. Go F yourself. Yeah, Hellfish is another veteran. Valhalla is a veteran too. He used to be in the Navy. Yeah, crap does run downhill. It's inevitable, but you have had the same DA for 25 years in Norfolk County. Everything that is in Norfolk County has been tainted by him. And we know he's a dirtbag. These people have been working with him for 25 years. And this is why I got attacked online for saying, I wish some DA candidate would come out and say, we don't want to accept this anymore. We want everything to change. And I was told, no, you should just shut up and accept. In Massachusetts, we do things this way. Well, if you do it that way, you will keep having a dirty DA office and a dirty cop, have dirty cops, because the next person, that the same party that installed Morrissey for 25 years, the next person is going to be the same, because the party don't mind it runs like this. There will be no change. There will be nothing changed, no matter who gets elected, because the people who elect them are the same who elected Morrissey for 25 years. But you can't say that, because that's not how we do politics. Well, then you should fucking stop doing it that way and do it the right way. Did you know I served with the Farwells? I got all the unheard tea on them. The Farwells, the two brothers. Well, you're still 23 years old, but you were too old for them then. But no, I didn't know that. I bet they were the ones who stole your underwear. And the Goodmans gifted a membership to Brishet. Thank you so much, Goodman. What are we? He's writing a article for his high school paper. His editor wants him to change. Was drafted into the U.S. Army to serve in the Army during Vietnam. But my student doesn't want to be disrespectful, because the man he interviewed never went anywhere, and I want to advise him correctly as to do what's right. Well, it depends on if he was drafted. Well, I don't know if that's a problem, but even if he was drafted, he would be serving. If the editor wants to change it, him to change the language, I don't think. From my state, I was drafted, but I still do my military service. I didn't do it over there, but yeah. What happened to your comment? I don't have. Valhalla hasn't removed anything, so it's a YouTube deletion if something happened. I want all of you to have your names back. Please go on the Twitch thread, tag the YouTube help YouTube creator something, and say, can you please stop doing this stupid name thing? It's not going to save anyone from internet bullying. You're all idiots. I hate you. I want to see my real mom. Oh, sorry. childhood trauma. But it's a YouTube thing, and every creator out there hates it because I know you by looking at your picture. I know you are not Sue Bone, and Restless Mom is just Restless Mom. She's not 541, so it's annoying. Michael Morrissey has been in office since 1977 when he was 22 years old, at first as a state representative, later as a state senator, and then finally Norfolk County DA. Been around a minute or two. And everything he has touched since 1977, which is 48 years, ask me how I know, is tainted because he hasn't changed. He was brought into the good old boys club back then and has been a member ever since. Well, I could start out as a DA, but I think Massachusetts is one of those where you have to have a law degree, but I'm not sure. He was drafted and then served. Yes. No, you're too old for them. Apparently, they like it very, very young. Yes, it's apparently an it's an anti-bullying method, and you have to change your name, and it's just stupid because some of you are new. Some, like Scotty, has been around here for 2 years, so you know your viewers by the nickname. I don't know who you are when I'm looking at the picture and thinking, I know that's not the name. Morrissey was buddy with the Whitey brothers too. Hey, it's good to know good people. Ho? Yeah, I always give you something to do. Hey, Aaron. Oh, I ask what Ho and YouTube understands. Yeah, well, sometimes you had to sneak it through. I have some blocked words on my channel because I just don't want them to be written. So some of them, but I don't think any of those are on it. It's dumb, this YouTube beta rollout of user accounts, not usernames. It comes and goes on different shows too now. Yeah, when I jump around, get up to get down, I can see people my size channel are having none of it, and then I have it, and then I go to big channels, half of them. I think it's just a test to see how annoyed you can get. So the only thing that works to change anything on YouTube, which is a stupid thing, but it's to go and tag them on TwitTwat, because you can't get through to them when you go through the support line. You can't write them, they don't care. But if you tag them on TwitTwat and enough people tag them and say, this is absolutely asinine, they will most times change stuff because, oh, people really don't like this. Thank you, Sarah. It's about as much effort as I could put into a 4 a.m. stream because I had forgotten you hadn't fall back. So my normal 5 o'clock get up and get going was at 4 o'clock. You can write that he served in wartime service. That's a good one. I read it's a YouTube promoted stream, the ad names, but I don't personally know. We don't know anything in my end. We are told that, oh, we're going to do this and do that, and half the things we don't know anything about, and we don't know what's promoted. And some people will come in and say, hey, I saw you in recommended. I don't know what recommended is, but apparently that's good because then more people will see me. I don't know. I'm an idiot every day, so I don't know. Yeah, and it's just annoying. No, it was really it was annoying my eyes and tearing them up. Well, it's a good thing for young William. Hopefully, he'll learn how amazing it is to be a soldier and how amazing veterans are and how amazing it is to reach out to them because most of them are willing to help you. Yes, and that's the annoying part. If everyone just had the same shit, it'll be fine. But why am I having this problem when Recovery Addict is not having it? It makes no sense. I have to mention the Twitch thread and tell you that I do love it each time Turtleboy says that now. I know exactly the moment he heard Twitch thread for the first time, and it's a great name. And I don't know why I came up with it, but apparently it's me who coined the phrase Twitch thread. If nothing else, I can tell my kids, hey, daddy renamed Twitter. It's a better name than X anyway. X is something that the women will become very soon after meeting me because I have a horrible personality. But yeah, my only claim to fame is getting other people to say the twats. No, but it's annoying to look at. That's the problem. Because I know you as Deanne, and now you're sitting here. What? Veterans are amazing. I appreciate them. Thank you, Baker. Well, veterans are underpaid, underappreciated, and most of them are very humble and would never ever expect anything from anyone else. They are not the heroes. The heroes are the ones who didn't come back. They were just there to do their little part, and other people did all the hard work. That is what you will hear from most veterans. Any veteran who will tell you that I'm the greatest soldier since John Rambo, don't buy them a beer because they will probably never have finished basic and will be spawned. They would be thrown out at any gathering where you have other veterans because we are a very weird group of people. We did something really stupid in our youth that probably we're going to pay for the rest of our life, but we did it happy, willingly, because we believed that we were doing a good thing. And that makes us kind of stupid because in reality, we're just doing what the politicians wanted us to do. But when you're young, you're dumb, and you get some cool experiences. And now I am connected to Miss Jessica because both of us have served. I'm connected to Valhalla because we have served. And well, Hellfist was a military police officer, so he has also been in the service. You know I'm kidding. My brother makes more dollar in a day than I'll make in a decade, but I'm smarter and nicer, and he works for YouTube. And yeah, it's a slow rollout, and I've expressed as such to him. Good for your brother. My brother makes more money than me as well. He works at Lego. But the big problem is they don't listen to us, and the feedback takes forever to get back to them. So as an internet storm on the Twitch thread will work better than every one of us saying, I really hate this. Can you fix it? And I don't have any, I'm not fancy. I don't have enough viewers that they give a fuck about me. I am in the top 2% of every YouTube creator because if you have over 20,000 subscribers, you are actually top 2% of YouTube because there are so many non-active channels with no subscribers on them. Because all of you have a channel as well, you just don't use it. But I'm not big enough that they care about me. I don't have a, hey, put in a support ticket and write, this is horrible. They don't care. They don't send me a questionnaire. They just say, hey, we give you a platform, you can use it as well as you want, and we're going to change it constantly. You don't know what the algorithm does. You don't know how you can get promoted or demoted in the search history. You know none of this. You just have to try and play it and do the best you can. And that's just weird. Hey, Gina. You were also in the service. Well, we're connected, all of us. Oh, that could be cool. Twisted Twitwats showed up in your recommended videos. My 1 hour show is always a little more than an hour, but I saw this one. Now we're talking about My Queen, the trailer trash. Karma is an angry woman, and it always comes to collect on shitty people. It may take a while to collect on shitty people, but eventually it happens. It is in the midst of collecting. All the winning will be delicious. So apparently she is right now being collected upon by Karma, probably collecting the back pay that she still owe from not paying her rent for I don't know how long. Is it 50,000 she owed her old landlord? But apparently she is feeling like Karma is going around, getting around, and collecting its dues. I hope at some point you wretched, sad excuse of a woman will feel the karma of how you have acted. I saw someone put it up yesterday that she spends every single second of her life, every stream she makes is, I hate Aiden Turtle Boy. And at the same time, all she is doing is sitting and claiming people like me are living off of Turtle Boy. I don't do that. I don't make stream ever after stream talking about, oh, Turtle Boy is this. I could sit here and have a Turtle Boy appreciation channel if I wanted to, just like she has a Turtle Boy hate channel. But this sad, pathetic woman who apparently rode every stripper pole up and down the highway is sitting here talking about how, oh, we are all just sucking Aiden Turtle Boy's pee-pee. If Aiden wasn't there, if Aiden went to prison, God forbid it happens, she would have no channel. Because what can she do other than beg money and talk about Aiden? It must be so sad to be her. At least Krusty can hate more than one person at a time, but this despicable human being has nothing, no content, no nothing. I saw her once. She had that weirdo from New Jersey on, and she didn't do anything but just talk about how bad Aiden was, not about what the lawsuit was or anything. She did 2 hours of I hate Aiden stand-up. She does that every day, where she sits and stammers through words and claims that she's a lawyer per se, because I worked with the law and I really was interested in law since I was a kid. No, you are a big old slob that is just sitting in your cheap ass gaming chair crying about Aiden 24/7 because you can get 93 people to sit there and one or two of them will send you a super chat now and again. Talking about super chats. Carmen can fix twisted tragedies. Carmen, I wouldn't F her with Sax PP. So I would not make you rattle her tuna can, even with a 10-foot pole. They say benefits are running low. She better start putting applications in around town. Apparently, she's she's not doing too well. I saw Krusty isn't on food stamps. She's giving away food. That's good for her. Baker does his own thing for the most part, other than the obvious Karen Reed Turtle Boy carryover. I've said multiple times, I'm not a Karen Reed channel. Because as I said at the beginning of the show, you can become this channel. There's a lot of people who became the Hales channels. They don't do anything but just talk about Jeremy Hales and his stupid neighbor. I think I would be eating a 12 gauge if I had to sit here every day and say, hey everyone, and welcome to another stream. And today, do you know, Aiden Turtleboy is going to court tomorrow in New Jersey. And I know, I told you the last time it's going to be amazing. Aiden is going to go away forever. By the way, my Venmo is listed. You know, it's holiday season, and this chat runs on donations. And I don't have any money. So if you could maybe potentially spare $5 here or there, because my kid is really sick, so I just need like $5-10. Just but Aiden, sorry, got distracted. By the way, I love this new mug. It was so cheap. I got it only $20. Mama needs her caffeine. If you could just maybe if you had $20, $40, you could send me. I'm really low this month. SNAP benefits is going away. Mama needs a turkey. You know what I mean. But Aiden is going to court today. And Aiden, did you hear that horrible misogynistic pig? He yelled at a woman. Do you believe me? He yelled at a woman. Who dare yell at a woman? This woman was being an absolute asshole to him and claiming that he did this and that, but you are not allowed to talk back to women's, because women's are small, delicate flowers. By the way, this strong, independent woman who can fight all the big channels is sadly running on YouTube gifted memberships and subscribers. So if you could spare, you can also go to my Patreon where you can buy something. But I'm a strong woman. Even if you can't spare a little bit, you can also go on my wish list and buy me something. But Aiden, going to New Jersey today, and it's going to be horrible because Aiden loses every time he goes to court. Aiden can't stop getting in the way of. Imagine sitting there and doing that every single day. OnlyFans, thank you for odd time streams to keep us company. Thank you. I found out that I don't have to get up at 5 in the morning. You will accept the 6 o'clock. So that's fine by me. In reality, I'm not fixing anything. I'd rather... Yes. You would rather suck start a pew-pew. Don't do that, Carmen. That's... No matter how bad Cheyenne is, don't do that. Terry's wants his name back. Here's $2. Oh, thank you so much. So now I have 2 more bucks, so I can keep on covering Turtle Boy. Do you know there's so many channels out there? Declara, Baker, On the Depp, all of these people, they have no content because they are absolutely bankrupt when it comes to creativity. I'm not like that. I can make my own content. I'm not in any way like that. Aiden. They're going on every day. It's Aiden. They have no content. By the way, this extra Starburst star thing from Starbucks is amazing. You should all try it. The sugar level is getting me, but it's a little expensive. So if you can hit my Venmo and my Gitmo, help a girl out. It's snap season. And oh, by the way, if anyone knows CPA, I think it's called in America. I know Meredith is one. Sadly, I've been an idiot, but I might have forgotten to declare all of the income I've gotten on all the different. So Mama might be in trouble. But hey, Aiden is an asshole. So who doesn't? We don't mind IRS coming after us because Aiden. But I will never talk about Aiden again. But Aiden is going to have this problem. Aiden's going to do this. And did you see these people yesterday? And blah, 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 blah. Stupid women. You can change your name at the app in your profile. You just need a slight change as they just want each name to be unique. P.S. This super is Baker's not Twisted trailer. You have enough coffee. Thank you, Sumo. Well, they should just go back and make you change it so you don't have to change your app name. And it's just stupid because so someone can't impersonate you. That's why you just give people verified badges, just like you do on the TwitTwat. I am a branded channel. Why am I can't receive any memberships, for instance. I don't know why I'm a branded channel, but that's what I am. I can't change it. I will lose all my monetization and stuff like that. But I can't change anything. But if I'm a branded channel, that means I'm a brand. That means I should be able to say, hey, give me some tick. The moment I'm monetized, why are you not giving me some small, a check mark, a blue balloon, whatever you want to give me, so you know, oh, this is the one who has reported to AdSense that it's a real person and we have his tax papers on file. We know this is a real person. I'm not going to be mean, but it doesn't really matter if you're Sumo or Sumi or whatever when you're in chat. As long as you're not using a creator's name to try and impersonate that, what do YouTube care what people call themselves? Oh, it's anti-bullying. No, it's not. It's annoying. Spacey Stacy, correct me if I'm wrong. You are a baker that does court trials when available, based partially off audience input, helping you put girl. I do that. I do trials, comedy, and Sunday roasts on the weekends. I don't do Sunday roasts. I covered a little Karen before I followed it. I met really crappy people in that community, so I dropped it pretty much. I met some amazing people. I had some wonderful times covering the case. I had some great panel shows. I met some of the most generous people in the chat and some of the most helpful people. A person like Sleuthy Goosey or Olivia Nile have been amazing, giving me access to a lot of materials that I would have had to comb all over while I'm doing my normal stuff. Most amazing people, but sadly, everything must come to an end, and that's what we're seeing right now. Is all of this unity that we used to have that died a month ago because sadly the well is running dry with covering Karen Read. So people are now starting fighting, and then you can cover the fight over who is the best person to protect Karen Read. And then in about 2 months, I will make a video called "What Happened to the Karen Read Movement? How did it go like this?" And I'll break down and I'll say, hey, if you look, Aiden moved on. He started covering that Lauren Mullis case, and he then got into covering the postal scandal out of Worcester. By the way, there's a dead body found in a backseat in Worcester yesterday. Don't know much about the case. I just read it, thought that was weird. They hadn't seen her since Halloween, but she was found dead in her backseat. But Aiden moved on. Aiden's channel is growing. And then you go to the True Crime Penguin, who started ankle biting Aiden because the Karen Read well was running dry. That channel is constantly bleeding subscribers. It has no views. And this is the thing that happened. You can see these people went on to try and fight for Kelsey Fitzsimmons, who also had some good news yesterday. There's a lot of things we didn't get to because I had to be an idiot, as always. But Kelsey Fitzsimmons will get a full hearing at the SJC. Hopefully, they will. Miss Jessica, you're really distracting right now. They will get a full hearing at the SJC where they hopefully will listen to how the judge acted in court, not just reading it. Sadly, in the Supreme Court, that's mostly what they do. So, yeah. Aiden has had his career for years before Karen. He's well aware of withholdings of self-employed. Hey, that's the thing when everyone goes out there and say, you owe this and they owe that. We are all independent creators. We are all independent businesses. Some of us was doing great and keep doing great. Some of us exploded and did extremely well and will die off fast again. Aiden didn't build off of Karen Reed more than he already was building. He was a trusted channel. I will have a hard time retaining my audience because I went from 2,500 subscribers to 20,000 subscribers. A lot of you will fall off because we're just interested in the Massachusetts stuff. We don't want to hear that idiot talk at midnight. And that'll be fine. I know that. That's why today I am going to cover someone in Tennessee who got pew-pewed because he was banging another lady. Well, it was the other lady who banged him. Well, pew-pewed him, not banged. But I'm going to cover that. I'm going to move on. I'm going to pick up 3 new subscribers from that case. And I'm going to dip in and out of Massachusetts when you can. And you will come back and you'll say, hey, that's the stupid baker. I really liked him. And then you'll forget about me again. Aiden has a totally different trajectory because he is a news source in Massachusetts. Just go and look how angry Sue O'Connell, whatever her name is on him, about him, because of him. I don't know. But Aiden will do amazing in the future. I have no doubt about it. I hope he gets his charges dropped and he can go full ball. Imagine if he didn't have Tim Bradel as his lawyer and had to hold back how much he could do for Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Aiden is a powerhouse. I hope he can. I've said this before. Aiden, stop letting this head do the thinking. Keep making decisions with that head, because that head has gotten him into some trouble. But he can be something very unique. He can be a very good, if he can expand, maybe get sources, build a network, he can become a very big powerhouse in the New England area because he's really good at cultivating sources, getting stories, and you have to admire him. I know a lot of people will shit on him right now because they want to kill the king. Americans have this weird tendency, if anyone raises above you, you want to knock them down and then you want to build them up again. It's an American thing, at least when I see it from my side of the pond. But I believe Aiden could be the Emily D. Baker of online journalism. He could be maybe $1 million, not $1 million, a million subscriber channel if he can branch out to the entire New England area. And I think he could, because his name is a household name now. And he needs to keep his nose out of, I shouldn't say women's crotches, because it has gotten him into some trouble. I'm not giving him any advice of how to live his life. I'm just saying the small heads sometimes make bad decisions. But I could see Aiden having the same gonzo journalism status as Emily D. Baker has in true crime. He is an amazing person. He has a potty mouth. I don't mind it. I know some people don't like it, but he's really good at investigative. I can't say the word. He's really good at journalism, where he has to go and look up all of these things, and he digs into all of those small crevices. And now he has a network of really good online sleuth, people who are good at getting informations from all over the place. And if he can cultivate that, grow the business a little bit bigger, make sure the people that he takes on board are not absolute a-holes. Imagine what he could do. Imagine he could be, because no one wants to watch CNN anymore. No one cares about Fox News. There's too much Botox and too little news. If you could have what Aiden Carney has been from Massachusetts, for the entire New England area, I would have no problem seeing Aiden having 1 million subs. I think he has the talent. I think he has the quality. I think he has what it takes to be the gonzo journalism's Emily D. Baker, if it makes sense. He could become a news powerhouse, I believe, by doing what he's been doing all the time. 2 weekly shows and a Smex cult. And he could be someone where people would say, I know I can go to Aiden. He will give me the eyes on my case. He can give me that that thing that you can't get, because the mainstream media, they are beholden to the politicians. Mainstream media wants easy access to politicians. They want politicians to come talk to them, because they think, oh, if I can hobnob it with the politicians, I'm a big deal. Someone like Sue O'Connell is never going to rock the boat in Massachusetts. She's never going to demand anything. She's just going to sit there and have her daily, um, she's going to have her daily, I don't like Trump, and that's fine if you don't like Trump. But as a journalist, you should be against people in power. Sadly, the media has turned into being the supporter of the people in power, and that's not their role. Thank you, Terriers, for gifting a membership. I went on a rant. That was Rubicon who got it. And Carmen knows it better than anyone. I do hate women. Women are the worst. You all know that. I am a misogynist. Laurie Marie gifted 1 membership to Matt P. I'm so far behind. I'm so sorry. Too much Botox and too little news. Yeah, that's what I should say. Investigate, Baker. Investigative. That's the word I was looking for. But hey, it's 7. Jesus, it's almost 20 to 8. I need to go to the gym. Talking about cool people. We have Microdots in the house. How cool am I that he comes around on my... Now I'm like Ray from Dallas every time I go into his chat. I'm not going to play the video, but I believe there is a new video on Microdots' Patreon that you all should go and watch. I believe, or there will be one coming up. I'm not... Women are the worst, yes. Off subject, just found out Frosted Flakes are illegal in the UK. Are they illegal there? This is outrageous. I think... I don't know if they are legal. Actually, Kellogg's used to have a factory in my town. I don't know, but the sugar levels are way lower here. It's the same with the Fruity Pebbles. They never became really a thing because you can't put in all the food coloring that you have, so the milk wouldn't change color. So I have had Frosted Flakes. I know that. I had my brother's granddad's neighbor used to work for Kellogg, so we got all these small sample packs. So I know I've had Frosted Flakes, but I don't know much about. I don't buy that. I eat oatmeal every morning because it's a good high caloric intake just before you go to the gym, so you have something to do. And today, everyone, remember it's Wednesday, so it's gonna be. Oh, I can't pop my testicles. It's gonna be chest day today, so remember that's the easiest way to get a titlet job is just your upper pecs and they'll rise up. But it's gonna be chest day today. Yesterday was leg day. I haven't done leg day in over a month because I had some knee problems. 660 pounds are all just becoming heavy now. That's not fun. I used to do 1,100 pounds. I'm getting old. No, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much for stopping by, Microdots. My 1-hour show has now gone for almost 90 minutes, and you all need to get to bed or get to work or get to whatever you have to do. You do frolic well. Maybe you had a bad experience. No, I had great. I don't mind Kellogg's. We also have Lay's all dressed chips too from Canada. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Lay's. They don't have enough flavor. That's one thing you Yanks really need to fix. You're Potato chips are boring as F. There's not enough spice on them. Have you ever tried a Flaming Hot Doritos? Yes, they are at a tolerable level of flavor, but most of it, boring AF. Talking about boring AF, I need to go hang my laundry. I'm only 27. I am only 27, but I still, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I have to to get going with my day. I had to pay 10K from my pecs. Well, as long as you can flex them, I can almost do it. You can't see it in this slide. Daddy's fat, but he's still got the upper pecs. I don't like dip because it has sour cream in them. I don't like sour cream. Well, Betsy Weingartner, thank you for listening to all my ranting. You never know where Baker at Night, or as I call them now, Unity Stream goes. The only thing you do know is I don't know if we learn anything other than I can kind of flip my pecs, and Miss Jessica paid money for hers. What else do we need to know? Now you can start your Wednesday with that knowledge.